Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rob. This is RH Midwest Comics, and we are doing the top 10 comics sold on eBay for the month of September. Yep, we're in October now. Great month, my favorite month of the year. Let's see how we did in September. Was it dominated by Marvel again? Probably. But let's find out. Getting right into it. Number 10, Incredible Hulk 181 at a CGC 9.6, coming in at $12,100. So, the last sale on this was on a 9.6 was in July of this year, and it sold for $21,000. So this one is very interesting. We're gonna get back to this later on in the list. So there's more to the story here. But anyway, that is what came in at number 10. Coming up next, so we actually had a tie. So number 9, Fantastic Four, number 5, at a CGC 6.0, also at $12,100. So this is the lowest price since 2020. I know we're saying that with a lot of books now, but for a big key issue like this, you can argue Fantastic Four number 5, which is the first appearance of Doctor Doom. A lot of people feel this is a bigger key than some of the other big Silver Age grails out there from Marvel, even though those were like first appearances of teams. So to say this one now is back to 2020 prices is kind of interesting. So even the really big keys have not been protected from this downward turn. Anyway, so there you have number 9. Coming in next, Amazing Spider-Man number 300 at a 9.8, and this one's a newsstand. White pages, $13,185. So a bunch of Marvel books so far. Is it going to change? Nope. More Marvel. Coming in at number 7, Amazing Spider-Man number 1. There's always a lot of Spider-Man on this list, right? Whether it's ASM 1, AF 15. We'll see if there are any more of those on here. But so the second Spider-Man book, issue number 1, CGC 4.0, coming in at $13,700. Next up, here we go. The first non-Marvel book, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1, CGC 9.8. It's a second print, but a 9.8. Beautiful. And a white pager to boot, coming in at $14,000. I didn't look up historical prices on Turtles number 1, so I don't know if this is in line. I think that, TMNT number 1 has seen a very, very similar correction, and I'll probably do a price analysis on this at some point here. Not my next video, but one of the price analysis in the future will definitely be TMNT number 1. Anyway, great book, huge grade. Next, let's go into the top 5. Coming in number 5, here's Spidey again. Amazing Fantasy number 15, his first appearance. CGC 4.0. Now it is restored, and there was quite a bit of work done on this. There was color touch, pieces added, the cover was reglossed, and then 3/4 of the cover was recreated. I've never seen that on a label before, and I'll show you the label here and what it says, and some nice close-ups of the cover. But anyway, first time I've seen that. Coming in at $15,000. Next up, Amazing Fantasy number 15 again, so back to back. This one's a CGC 1.8, came in just barely above $15,000, so you can see what a restored label really does to the value of a book. And I know not all restoration is the same, I get it, but for 1.8 to come in higher than a 4.0 of the same book really says a lot. So $15,100 for the 1.8 first appearance of Spidey. Next, look what's back. Incredible Hulk 181 CGC 9.6 again. So this one came in just under $16,000. And here's the situation. Book number 3, this issue, number 3rd on the list here, is the same as number 10. exact same book, 2 different sellers, allegedly. The pictures are identical in the auctions. The $16,000 sale happened at the beginning of September, but the $12,000 sale at the bottom of our list here happened at the end of September. So because it was 2 different sellers, allegedly, this was looked at as 2 different sales, completed sales. And since I put this list together, I reached out to GPA. I reached out to GPA and asked them about it. And they did have one of them listed under their relist section, which I really wasn't aware of. And they had the $12,000 one listed down there, and then they had the $16,000 sale, this one we're looking at right now, listed as their last sale. But clearly, both sellers were 0 feedback at the time. I think one of them has 1 feedback now. But it's probably the same seller trying to sell the same book. But it's interesting how when it sold the second time, it sold for even less than the first time. Regardless, both of these significantly lower than the last sale, which was $21,000. Both of these are suspect sales, and since then, GPA has removed them just in the past 24 hours from their database. So these are not official sales. I'd already put the list together then. So, you know, I guess we really have like a top 8 instead of a top 10, but that's okay. This month was crazy for filtering through fake sales. There were so many fake sales out there this month, and people that relist, and it's just, it takes a lot of work for eBay and GPA to try and catch up with those things. But I give credit to GPA when you do point something out. They are very accommodating. They reply quickly, and they remove things that don't look right. So credit to them. All right, 2 more to go. Number 2, Tales of Suspense, number 39, first appearance of Iron Man in the CGC 6.5, coming in at $16,895. Big key issue. I did my price analysis on this book last month, and like everything else, right, trending down for sure. I don't know if this one was in the downward direction. I think it was, right, because I did my price analysis in September, but that date only went up through August. So maybe I'll show it up on the screen here and see what this compares to 6.5. I did not look it up before making the video. Regardless, big key issue. All right, who comes in at number 1? Is DC going to make an appearance here or no? Here we go. Ultimate Fallout number 4, the Djevik variant. I don't know if I said that right or not, but it was a 9.8, $19,200. This book has fallen really far. I think at its height it was over $40,000. Hard to find book for sure, but you know, correction is definitely needed at that. I mean, the market is the market, right? Whatever people are going to pay for it, that will be the market price. But that sure as heck seems like an awfully high price for a modern book. But it's a rare book, right? So keep that in mind. That's why people are paying higher for it. So anyway, that's it. That's the top 10. We had 1 book that was Turtles related, and all the rest Marvel. So Marvel dominates again. It seems like every month it's Marvel and then a little bit of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Hardly any DC. Where is DC? Why are these books not making the top 10? Maybe I'll do a video about that in the near future here, but I think it's because a lot of the big books from DC are much more scarce and hard to find, and they sell on other like big auction websites. Not a lot of them selling on eBay. Nonetheless, hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this, and watch out for those fake sales and the data you're looking at, guys. Because if you're just looking at eBay sold prices, there's a lot that's not correct in there. All right, until next time, have a great day.